My name is Matt Paxson, and I'm running for the mayor of Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Why are you running for the office of mayor?
I'm running for the mayor's position because I want to see our city fulfill its grand potential. The current state of our economy is really untenable. Taxable sales are down substantially. Home values have decreased by 15%. Sadly, the only thing that's up is unemployment, which is at 9.2%, which is nearly double the two surrounding counties. I'm also running because I'm the only candidate with an agenda. My opponents will issue platitudes such as, "I'm for economic development," but that's not really telling us anything. That's saying something akin to, "I'm a Redskins fan," but that's not really giving you any substance. If you go to paxsonformayor.com, you will see the agenda that I have laid out to help our city turn the corner. And I'm also running for mayor because I want to be the chief salesman for Fredericksburg. I want to lobby on behalf of Fredericksburg in front of the General Assembly. I want to go and connect with CEOs and businesses looking to relocate and entice them to do business here. In general, I'm running for mayor because I want to see our city realize its grand potential.
What is the biggest issue you see the city facing right now, and how do you plan to tackle it?
Yeah, good question. The city is facing many issues right now, and in particular, let me give an analogy of what maybe a night with my wife might look like here in Fredericksburg. Take, for instance, that it's an afternoon and we decide to go for a walk on our newly developed riverfront. Imagine walking on a pedestrian experience riverfront park in downtown Fredericksburg where we're on the jogging trails, there's people having a picnic on the lawn, there's park benches and lamps, and then we decide to go downtown to Caroline Street, which, because we have aggressively incentivized business development, it's packed full. And because we're advertising and marketing the best kept secret in all of Virginia, which is our city, it is packed full with people that are shopping in our stores and visiting our museums and so forth, and eating at our restaurants and buying our gas and staying at our hotels. And so after we take a walk on this newly developed riverfront park, we decide to eat at one of our newly established restaurants. And then after that, we decide to go up the hill to our newly developed Performing Arts Center, where we take in the latest theatrical production, which we've been trying to get to for some time. And so imagine a city where all that takes place. So what I want to do is I have a few agendas for the city. And one of those is I want to incentivize new business. I want to aggressively fund the arts. And I also want to make us a business-friendly environment. And so we want to go after weekend and day trippers and so forth, really to promote our city.
What is your stance on the new courthouse? Do you agree with the team the city selected to build it, and why or why not?
The courthouse issue is really contentious, and what we need is leadership in there. Sometimes when I'm walking my dog and he's on a leash and we're walking down a sidewalk and there's a tree in front of us and he's on one side and I'm on the other, sometimes what we need to do is stop and back up, because obviously we can't go any further. And so that's what we need to do with this courthouse issue, is we need to pause, reevaluate the size and scope of this project, and have strong leadership to build consensus both on City Council and with the residents of Fredericksburg to advance the ball down the field. The courthouse, much needed. We needed a new circuit court, and instead of just the one project, we added in all three: the circuit court, the district court, and the juvenile court. And then at the end, we put it in prime location that we can't ever undo. And so what I would propose is, let's look at the size and scope, and let's also revisit the location. There are much better locations. We can never get more of the property in downtown Fredericksburg, which is historic and charming, and I don't think we need to develop a courthouse on it. So we would revisit the entire project on day one when I become mayor of Fredericksburg.
What decisions has the mayor made that you disagree with, and what would you do differently?
I think in general, it's just a leadership principle. He's a nice gentleman. I've met with him. But what we need is somebody who's going to take this mayor's position, which is part-time. And unfortunately, my predecessors have made it a part-time position. And we need someone to come and make it a full-time position where we're aggressively marketing on behalf of the city to increase development in Fredericksburg, to entice tourists to come visit here, to invest in the arts program. And so what I plan to do is to make it my full-time position to see Fredericksburg become all that it can be and realize its potential.
Why do you think you would be the best candidate to be mayor?
Yes, I am the best candidate for mayor, one, because I have an agenda. If you look at both of my opponents, which have been in the race since January, neither of them have put forth any agenda to develop the city. Secondly, I've been working in the city for over half a decade as a pastor, and I've connected with community leaders and people that attend our church and heard the needs of many. Our church has also been instrumental in starting such organizations as the Thurman Brisbane Homeless Shelter. We have also expanded from one church to now one church with 2 locations. And so our church is growing, and with that becomes added expenses and budget, and I know how to run those. I know how to build consensus to cast vision, to develop and build a vision for the future. I've also got the academic training. I've got 2 master's degrees. One of those is in government with an emphasis in public policy. In addition, I completed the Sorensen Institute out of the University of Virginia, which is a very competitive program to get into, but what it teaches you is how to execute a campaign and how to lead with integrity and build consensus across the aisle. And so for those reasons, I will make an excellent mayor for Fredericksburg, Virginia.